Can you hide your mask from the group? Can you pretend and be someone else in front of us?
I can't.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
None of us can.
Start with yourself, and you get to know yourself in a unique way, and what is special about you and your unique genius and the way that you're wired and so forth, and then you bring forth your gifts into your group, and then it's what is the group's gifts, and then taking the group's gifts, and now how do we bring that forth into the wider community. So it's really designed in that way of moving from the singular to the collective.
The process itself was just magical and so intelligent, starting us up with our individual strengths and challenges, and then moving into building that group trust, and then into the collective intelligence.
It feels like it's the university that I never had the opportunity to go to. So when the opportunity came to commit to 1 year of going deeper first into myself and then as a group, I said yes. I want to do what is scary, and that is to create a pattern within my week.
We were sharing so many things that were absolutely vulnerable at times, and that itself has brought us closer.
It helped me to process a lot of the patterns that I got into in my life that I didn't want anymore, and also recognize the patterns that I had in my life that I did want more of.
The thing that I thought was actually really quite brilliant was to slow down, to take our time and not immediately move to action, to solutions, which I'm really not used to. I'm a designer, so I really think immediately about how to solve things.
The sensations of coming together in a group that you did not choose, a group that represents the diversity of people from different parts, different walks, different stories, but we all have that shared idea that we want to do personal work that leads into collective work, that leads into a shift of some sort that we would like to be part of. We create a very beautiful, safe container. And in that place, real learning, real healing, real group sensation happens. Someone who's a firefighter is connecting with someone who is a teacher, who's connecting with someone who's a filmmaker, who's connecting with someone who works in a university.
We were all one organism, so when one person had to step out for a bit, another person would take over, and there was no sense of one person facilitating. It was just everyone was supporting each other. And that was, again, another amazing thing that I've never experienced in a team.
We were able to work through things very collaboratively, and there was creative tension that would happen, and there were times when people felt that they weren't heard, but we worked through that, and I feel more bonded to these people than I have to any group for a very, very long time.
It's amazing to see the whole group after 9 months. I mean, I've seen them all in Zoom, I've seen all virtually, on my screen. To finally meet everybody in person is incredible.
We've had such a beautiful 9 months together, and kind of seeing everybody in the flesh, and then having the moments of just reconnection. It feels like it's long-lost family that we've never met.
It's been a long wait and long anticipated.
I couldn't wait to go and hug them when I saw them at the airport walking towards me. To see them in person, to really understand, oh, you're that tall actually, because we've seen each other on camera for the past 9 months.
The fact that people have come from all over the earth to be here really moves me deeply, especially at this time.
I
think in itself it was just really important that we meet physically, that we kind of also celebrate the process together, not over the internet, but actually physically.
We had done 3 trimesters to get here, and then it was like we were born. And so to arrive in the flesh and see one another, there was just a whole other level of just trust and appreciation.
The training program is acknowledging that going into another conference, going into another retreat, or organizing an event at the UN is not going to create the shift at the rate of change that we need. We are running out of time. We need to create long-term commitment and a ripple effect of actions that will shift the power structures that rule this earth.
Okay, good morning everyone. I hope you had a good night of rest. We didn't. Yeah, we're grateful, of course, but also we want to acknowledge the achievement. And we want you to acknowledge what you've achieved.
And by doing this work, by being together, by accepting to go from I am to we are, it's reconnecting us, all of us, to a different field of reality where we can create something fantastic.
I got to see the different layers of conditioning through this process that we've all gone through, just as people living in the modern world, and really fundamentally that sense of separation that's there, and the way that we try to fix that.
I think very few people ever have an opportunity to see the whole system come together, to see how the different strands interweave and play together, and I think we got a beginning understanding of that.
Nothing can be fully improved to the optimal level unless all other topics and subject matters have been considered, and in doing that it kind of continues to strengthen every part of the whole.
There's no topic whatsoever that is not part of the other, because we're all interconnected with nature, us humans, with everything surrounding us.
The training program is learning how to walk in a way that could lead us to finding a collective project. Trying to interconnect different topics to find a global collective project that we could have, or different ideas of projects that are so intricately interconnected that they actually mimic nature.
How best to weave our intelligence into understanding how that network, which already exists in nature, how we can be in best of service to that.
What I know is that there are all of these connections, and here is a chance to sort of start to connect those dots and see what emerges. And it's a very different process, because I used to be much more of a, I guess, linear, pragmatic, structured thinker, and here it really is about trusting that coming together with this group of people, and that these conversations are certainly going to let new ideas emerge.
So we're just about to go into little groups now of 5-6 people in each group.
To opine from a particular perspective that wasn't our original perspective.
Taking a proposal that's been written and giving ideas that add to that proposal from the perspective of a different group. So I've been in the health group, and it's been really nice to drop into the space of being in a different group.
We have spent the last 9 months in our own groups, water group for me, and today we split up and we became randomized, and I ended up in the new energies group with 4 other people who were also not part of that group before, and we identified and looked for connections between the new energies group and the proposals submitted by the other 11 groups.
I was looking through the ideas of finance, and we just spent the whole day just in this flow state together. We did good work, it was fun, it was irreverent, there was a lot of laughter, there was seriousness. All of that flowed out of the work that we had done over the last 9 months just to get here.
And the training program had the effect that we could really interact quickly with the other groups as well. That's what I got back from all the other groups, that they were quite amazed how quickly they could actually just jump into the task ahead.
A foundation for a financial system or any future city will be trust.
Led by the indigenous wisdoms that were surrounding us.
Bringing together all the kind of people who are already on our side. Around the world today, there's a movement that is really moving in this direction. Somehow, the CL put together an absolutely extraordinary group of people. I don't know, exactly what the magic was, but it was magic.
We are trying something new here. So if we figure out how people can feel safe and committed and empowered to take actions individually that will spark a collective shift, then we're onto something. And we all want to unlock our collective power as a species. And learning together, growing together is the way.
The good and the powerful have collaborated.
And we use technology in service of life. So that's what we've discovered so far.
Thank you. I think having the heart at the center of what we do is quite different from the analytical modes that perhaps I and others were trained in historically, and that has brought us and wrought a world in which it's at risk for our children.
We need all the different groups and the different talent and energy to raise a consciousness level. Otherwise we will create a new system and we end up with the same problems as we are facing now if we don't do the inner work and guide people to help them do their inner work, and then we create new systems.
When you get a group of people together that really want to do good work in the world, and we just get to riff off of one another and know that everybody has learned and grown in their own missions in life.
Compared to 9 or now 10 months ago, I feel I have trusted much more in myself and in my strengths and in my weaknesses. I have looked at my weaknesses very strongly. I have transformed my life, and all of it in the sense of I'm following the right path. So I feel the training program had quite a huge role to play in where I am in my life today.
I feel so open to new concepts and ideas, and like I'm unlearning a whole load of stuff from the past.
It's an opportunity for us to create a blueprint for a better future.
I really believe that the future has already started, the future we desire, and we need to recognize it, and we need to amplify it.
Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day anyway, is service, right? Service is something bigger than yourself.
Today I feel pretty good about the future.